What's up? What's up, Facebook? But not only Facebook, what's up, LinkedIn? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Troy McKnight coming at you from Dallas, Texas. If this is your first time actually tuning into one of my Facebook lives, I was coming over here Monday through Saturday, but man, just like my boy Justin, we closed in the year out strong. So I've been coming over here every other day. I'm pretty sure eventually I'm going to start back coming 6 days a week. But right now, because I understand the importance of closing the year out strong, so many people get it twisted. But first of all, let me back up a little bit. Like I said, my name is Troy. I'm in the home business profession. Been in the home business profession for some time, but I do these Facebook lives and I go live on LinkedIn and YouTube, not only for people in the home business arena, for people in general. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're in corporate America. I don't care if you're in a traditional business, affiliated marketing. I truly believe that you can freaking win if you put your mind to it. That's why I come over here and do this. I bring friends like my friend. I got Justin over here. Justin is a freaking rock star. Tonight, I asked Justin, I said, bro, what are we going to talk about? We don't even know what the freak we're going to talk about. I mean, we really don't. But every time we get together and we bring something to the market, to the audience, to whoever looking at this, we know for a fact that it's going to make a change in your life. So I'm here with
I got something. I got something for you then, because I recently just did a Tuesday night deal about this. So how do you sell without selling?
How do you sell it?
He's like, you got me stuck. Hear me out really quick. So we were talking about being in the home business, and I know everybody, listen, brushing up on your selling skills and all that stuff, I'm telling you, pays dividends. Okay. I'm not going to lie about that. All right. What I'm saying is, for the most part, though, what generally happens, people get sold on something. And I don't even want to use the word sold. They get hyped. They're like, yo, I'm ready. They get in. And then they're like, well, I can't do this because I can't sell. And so I came up with this concept. Well, I didn't come up with it. I just talked about it on Tuesday. I said to some of the people that were around me, I said, yo, well, how do you sell without selling? And they all had a blank stare just like you. And I'm like, do people not really understand that? Listen, nobody wants your product. Nobody wants your product or your business opportunity. Hear me out really quick. What I mean by that, right? Like, because, and I just want to throw this in there. You guys know a guy named CJ Fletcher? He's like a bodybuilder. He cusses and everything. I'm going to try to ignore the cussing a little bit here, but basically he said, people make me laugh when they're sitting there talking about, oh, the diet doesn't taste good. He said, you're not going for a diet for taste. He's like, and he cussed with this, but he was like, you're not going for a diet for taste. You're going for a diet for the result, right? And that's what I'm getting at. Nobody really wants your product. They don't want your opportunity. They don't care what you're selling, right? Because really what they really want is just the benefit, the result, that. And so what I'm saying is, how do you sell without selling then? Everybody gets in these businesses and they're just promoting. Buy my stuff. Oh, if you act now, we'll throw in another one free. You know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. No, show them a result. So what I'm saying is, let me ask you some questions here. Are you demanding or are you assisting? Are you like helping and showing, or are you just shoving it down their throat, right? Or here's a really good one. Are you offering tips or are you offering steps? Let me tell you something right now, because if I say, hey, here's 5 tips on how you can lose weight without going to the gym today, yeah, some good advice, right? What if I said, hey, here's how I lose 20 pounds in 5 steps. Let me go ahead and show you step by step. And then I gave you the 5 steps to lose those 20 pounds. Would you not at the end buy whatever it is that I mentioned in those 5 steps?
Absolutely. I mean, you got me there, Justin, but I know kind of the answer, bro. I mean, like you said, everybody trying to sell stuff like crazy, right? But it's all about the results. Everything thrives on results. I mean, if you're involved in let's just use network marketing. If you're involved in a network marketing company, right, and you don't have no results, and nobody has no results, why would somebody get involved, right? And if you can't show them how to create the results that you already created, why would they join you? And maybe you just got started in the business, but you might have started under somebody. And if the person above you don't have results, somebody got to have some kind of results and some kind of steps on how to create the level of success. Otherwise, why would they get involved? Because I always say people never buy product services. People don't buy none of that crap. People buy you first. I mean, that's just what it is. They buy you. They don't buy none of that stuff, man. They buy you. And so many people get it twisted because you take this product, you're going to lose weight, or you take this product right here, you're going to make a lot of money in crypto, or you do this and you do that. And what they don't understand is you got to show people the benefit of why they should even get involved with what you have to offer.
Man,
because
and I'll go ahead, finish up.
Because if you don't show them the benefit, because they're not joining because of you. They're not buying your iPhone or your product because of you. They buying it because it's going to benefit them in some kind of way. You know, I use Apple. I use all my stuff is Apple. And the reason why I use Apple is because it all works together, right? And I liked it and I saw the benefit of it. But if Apple just came to me and said, buy Apple, buy Apple, buy Apple, guess what? I probably wouldn't have bought Apple because I didn't see no benefit in me buying it. So I know where you're going with it, brother. That's why I had to bring you on here. I know the way you roll.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's the thing, man. I don't want to deter because I like what you just said. You said maybe you just started, right? And I don't want to deter people from that. And you just said it best, right? So then why not just kind of tell your story or share somebody else's results, but really just kind of share your story, because you getting involved, you already took another step that somebody back there has not done yet, right? But people are afraid to show that side of their story and document because they're feeling like they're going to be judged because they don't have the success yet, right? But my thing is, I'd rather you do that so that way down the line you don't have mixed signals. I feel like people have mixed signals with their posting. And if we're over here talking about, well, how do I sell without really selling? Okay, well, what is the picture that you're trying to paint? Like, for instance, I know a lot of people, they'll go online, they'll be like, yeah, I want to leave my job because I'm tired of working these hours, right? So that's what they're projecting out into the world. Then the next thing you know, they're over there saying, oh, I'm up all night. I'm hustling, doing entrepreneur hours. Man, I just grinded a 12-hour night. And I'm like, wait a minute. The picture you're painting, like, that's why when people watch you, they got mixed signals. They're like, I don't even know what he's talking about. Be like, one minute he's talking about he working too much, so he wants to work less. Now he's talking about he being up all night, and he's acting like it's a badge of honor. Mixed signals. What's the picture that you're trying to paint? Because if you paint that picture, it'll do the selling and telling without you really having to do it.
Well, you know, the thing about it is where you talked about, just, you know, I was sitting up in a cigar lounge today doing business, right? And it was a small cigar lounge. You know, I met the owner and stuff like that. Really nice gentleman. And it was a small group by 7 people. And I was sitting with a friend. And I actually got to meet almost everybody in the place, right? But I was talking to the owner, and he was talking about one of the main reasons why he owned his own business, because he wanted to take control of his own time. And he never wanted nobody else to control his income. So, you know, he liked smoking cigars. So he opened up a cigar lounge. People go in there and smoke cigars. Then he said, right when COVID started, his wife got laid off, right? And he said when his wife got laid off, she opened up a workout studio. And the reason why is her driving point is she like wellness. She like working out. She like being in shape, right? But the main factor why she did it too is because she didn't want nobody else to control her income no more. She didn't want nobody to tell her that, you know, we don't need you no more, or we're going to lay you off, or be freaking out about that. So it's basically the same thing almost. You know what I'm saying? People got to see the benefit of how it's going to make an impact in their life, not your life. See, a lot of people get it twisted, and they put prime example, when you prospecting or you talking to people about business, right? You got to take yourself completely out the situation. You got to be able to ask the right questions, and then get them to telling you what they're looking for, and then being able to show them by how they team up with you, they're able to get what they're looking for. You know, most people, you got all this stuff online, just a bunch of noise, a bunch of chatter. Man, let's make $10,000 this month, $5,000 this month. Let's make $1 million. You got all this, right? And the average person don't want that. The average Blow Joe, all they want is $300 to $500 a month. That's it. And you can show them to make $300 to $500 a month, then they'll be happy. Then if they want to make more, they just do a little bit more. But a lot of times, because people are worried about them and they're not worried about the person they talking to. And that's the big problem. That's why, you know, whoever looking at this, I hope if you haven't switched it, I hope you switch the dynamic where you start focusing on the person you talking to and really care about the person you talking to being able to win. I don't care if it's affiliated marketing, I don't care what it is, but it's all about helping that person win. And the only way you can help that person win, him or her, is that you got to find out what they're looking for. That's it.
I agree with you. So, like, you know, and I don't want to mislead people with what I've been kind of saying. So it's like, when you paint that picture and you get those people to you, yes, then it's just like he said, now it's time for you to reverse it. They came to you because you painted this picture, and they kind of are like, hey, this is kind of what I want. That's why I'm coming over to you. But now that's when you got to reverse it. And you're right. I love the people that are sitting there asking questions. And I think it's funny because, you know, I got people that are tooting their own horn talking about, yo, we just made $20,000 and this and that and this and that. And yet they haven't even asked me, hey, Justin, what are you looking for? You know what I mean? I mean, if you're doing the one with all the talking, then you're failing. You're failing. You should be asking the questions and shutting up. You know what I mean? So you said it best. But I also think it's in the beginning stage too, where we're painting that picture. That's going to do a lot of the selling without you actually selling. And then once you're getting them over and they're like, yo, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you have, but I want that lifestyle. Or because your values are aligned with my value. Because I even had to go back and ask myself this: what does Justin want first, right? Why did I get started in my business? Really, for me, it was lifestyle. I mean, to sit there and say, hey, oh, yo, I grind 90 hours a week and I made $100 million. Honestly, that's awesome. But that doesn't excite me if I'm going to sacrifice my kids, my life, traveling, all that stuff, right? So I had to look and see, well, what does Justin Springer want first? And now that's what I want to paint to the world. And people that want to roll that way with me, yo, let's go. If not, Justin, okay, I might not be for you.
I mean, you really hit a big point. I mean, one of my mentors always talk about all money do is bring freedom. And whatever that number could be. Some people, that number might be $5,000 a month. Some people, that number could be $500 a month. They keep their job and they just have a little bit more freedom where they can take more trips, with the kids or the wife or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's all it is. It's not the money, it's the freedom. And when somebody bragging about like I made $20,000 or I made $100,000 that month, that stuff don't impress me because it ain't about what you made. It's about what the people on your team making or the people you coaching making.
Yep.
Because that's what the driving point. People hit me up all the time, man. Troy, I just did this or I did that, and I'm like, man, that stuff don't excite me. Tell me a story about somebody that you started working with 90 days ago, and now they making $1,000 a month, and that you changed their life in some kind of way. That's what, to me, that's what it's all about. That's the bottom line. If you're not, reaching out to me, telling me you changing other people's lives, you're not gonna grab my attention. Now, when I first got in the industry, yeah, it was just like you. Lifestyle, freedom, because I was young, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted the lifestyle. Then I got a little older. Now I'm in my 50s, but I know I still look like I'm in my 30s or something.
Yeah, exactly.
50s, everything changed. The game changed because anybody that know me, and if you've been following me for a while, it's all about the impact. Because if I can make an impact in your life, maybe you won't join my business. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't join Justin, a personal development or affiliated program. Maybe you will, right? But I know Justin heart is just like mine. It's all about the impact, because if we can make an impact in your life to make whatever you're doing, where you take it to a whole nother level and you make a difference in you and your family life, that's what we're doing. That's what we want to do. We'll be happy. We don't care what you're involved in, but you truly got to switch the dynamic. You got to stop worrying about yourself and you got to start focusing on other people. And I promise you, if you start focusing on other people, watch, not only your business will change, but your freaking life will change. What you got about that, Justin?
Nah, I mean, I totally agree in it. And I agree with how you said it too, because you're right. Initially, it probably started for selfish reasons because we had to change, and then we start gifting that to the world. But I think it's all driven around impact. I mean, why do I really want this lifestyle? Because at the end of the day, I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, I definitely don't want to rack up all this money and have no memories. Because then it's like, well, what's the point? Did you really even complete life correctly? You know what I'm saying? And there's no correct way of doing it. But and I got to thinking about one of my friends, right? There's a group that I'm in or whatever, and somebody posted a picture of his son, right? Because he passed away in a car wreck. And you get to thinking about it. It's like, I hear all these people sitting there saying like, yo, I'm out there. I'm just trying to get mine. I'm trying to get mine. And it's like, well, look, why aren't you changing right now and doing it for your people and creating the lifestyle that you truly want? You know what I mean? If it takes $10,000 to do that for you, cool. If it takes $5,000 a month to do that for you, cool. It doesn't matter. But why not just go ahead and start today to create that lifestyle? And that's my last bit of information. Quit saying tomorrow, when tomorrow's not even promised.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow, Justin, I got to share a story. I had a lady that was getting ready to get started with me last night. I talked to her, what was yesterday? Today, Thursday. So yesterday was Wednesday. I talked to her on Tuesday. I mean, we had a real good conversation. She told me to call her back on Wednesday. She was ready to get started in my business, right? I reached out to her on Wednesday. I didn't get her. She texted me later on that night and said her nephew had passed away. And I told her, I said, hey, man, I'm really sorry to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Just, take care of your family first, because family is first, just like you said, right? But you got so many people, they don't get it, Justin. You heard me talk about it, man. The average person only lived 27,000 days or something like that, right? So you think 27,000 days and you calculate your age, how many more days you got left, right? And it ain't about the money. It's about the experiences that you were able to create with, like when Justin came to town, me and him went out to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to go to Vegas, but I'm going to Vegas to do business. And this is my first time going to Vegas, but I'm going to do business, right? I got stuff lined up there. But it's truly about people chase the money and they don't understand what it's all about. It's about the experience. And so many people think that, man, I'm going to go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow. You might not wake up. Or, like I always tell people, I can leave here tonight. I'm going down and watch your Cowboys play because I'm going to hang out with some friends in a little bit.
Yes, sir. I know you're a Cowboys fan.
I'm gonna watch your Cowboys play, but hey, guess what? Pray to God not, but I could be on my way down there tonight, and that could be the end of Troy. You guys might not, but you know what? One of the main reasons why I do these videos, and I know why Justin do the same thing, is because guess what? If something do happen to me, guess what? I'm gonna leave something behind. Well, people are gonna go back and be like, man, you know what? I can go back and listen to Troy, and Troy motivated me to take my life to a whole nother level. Or, you know, if something do happen to me, people on my team could be like, man, Troy was there for me. He showed me how to make the extra $500 a month. He showed me how to make that $1,000 a month. He showed me how to be an entrepreneur, because that's what it's all about. It's about what are you gonna freaking leave when you leave here? Not necessarily all about the money and all this crap. It's about the experiences and making impact in other people's lives. And I promise you, if you go out here and you focus on making an impact in other people's lives, the money will flow like never before. But it's got to be about how do you pour into others. That's what it's about. That's what it's all about. What, right or wrong, Justin? I told you I was freaking back. I thought I was joking. I'm back. Shit. You don't even touch that much. This is what it is. You know, I'm all about making an impact. Whoever looking at this, I'm about you making your 2020 the best freaking year you ever had in your life. That's what it's about. 2022. I'm all messing with you. 2022 needs to be the best year of your life, but you got to make a decision and you got to enjoy every moment and understand that it's about the experiences and what you're doing it for. You know what you're doing it for? You're doing it for your family. You know what I'm saying? Where you can do things for them. You know what? And if you structure it right, God gonna bless it. It's God. You know, if you got a wife, it's wife, and it's kids and everybody else, and then it's the business that fall in there, right? And if you structure it right, I promise you, He's gonna bless it. But if you don't structure it wrong, if you structure it like Justin said, oh man, I'm out here grinding, I'm working, 17, 18 hours a day, and it's 24 hours in a day, I'm working 10. Why the hell would I want to join you if you're working like that and you're talking about freedom? That don't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, but then you said it best, right? If we are going to do it for a family, like I see a lot of men do that. No, I'm working hard because, I got to take care of mine. Okay, well, have you not learned by now? I mean, hey, when we were back in the 50s and 60s, I get that. But now, do you not understand that kids, they just watch? They watch. Like, look at your son. Your son is modeling and killing it, right? He's working out. I saw that photo, looking all good and everything.
He look like his dad. He look like his dad.
But you see what I'm saying? Because you know what, kids don't listen to what we say, they model what we do, right? So that's what I'm getting at. So if you're showing them, hey, I work hard, but I'm actually home. Hey, I'm working on my relationship. Hey, I'm working with my kids and all that. That's what kids are going to model, and that's what kids are going to feel the most, right? I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's talking about, I want to leave my kids generational wealth. Generational wealth without memories? Did you get it right? Only they can answer that question for themselves. For me, I don't feel like that was the best use of your time.
No, because you don't have no memories. The memories are that you got. I still have memories of my grandparents.
Yep.
And they passed away a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
And to me, you gotta have it all. And that's the thing a lot of people don't understand, because they're always looking for work-life balance. Take balance out of the equation and just implement it. Like, I also hear a lot of people sitting there saying, well, I don't have time. What do you mean you don't have time? Like, you make time, right? Like that's just how you get it done. You just make a decision to do it. You make a decision to put your laptop down and say, okay, I'm gonna spend an hour with my kids, right? Or I'm gonna spend 30 minutes, whatever it is, right? Oh, hey, you know what? I'm gonna put my phone down because it's, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. Like me and you, right? The whole time, like, we checked our phone a couple times just to, do the thing. But like most of the time, we were engaged because we knew that at that moment, that time is all we had. You know what I'm saying? So we were fully engaged with what was going on in the moment.
Yep. I mean, that's the key though, man. And Justin, this really is a good life. I didn't know which way it was going to go because that's the way we roll. But man, I just really want whoever to get this to understand the importance of creating the experiences. Yeah, you got to get the money thing out the way. I mean, you got to work to make that thing happen. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, you might have to work a lot, but the whole point of it is to get to the point where, you don't have to work as much. I learned a long time ago from being in this network marketing game. In the beginning, it's work. You work a lot, then the work get less. You know what I'm saying? Because then you build leverage. And Justin understand that too, because truly, it is about the experiences, man. Everything is about the experiences, what you've been there. I was actually talking to a friend of mine that, created a whole lot of success in network marketing. I mean, he was talking last night, and he's stepping out on faith, and he's going to do something a little different, but he still got his network marketing business, and it's generating, a real strong monthly income, right? But, he told me, he said, man, Troy, I remember when I first started building my business, I couldn't even take my wife out on a date. And then he said he started generating money, then they started having date nights, right? And then he said, well, after that, he said, man, then we started taking trips once a month. Just them experiences, just going different parts of the country and the world once a month, because that's what it's about, because he got it. He got that, man. You know what? We making this money, but the money ain't nothing but paper anyway, but the experiences and the memories is the key. And also he's making a real, real good income, but he's constantly growing. sometimes people, they get to like, whatever that income is. I don't know. You might be happy with, I don't know, $100,000 a year, whatever it is, right? But man, you constantly got to be growing. Because I think truly that's what God put us here for. He didn't put us here to be like a tree, just get to a certain height and stop. I think we all constantly need to be growing and developing ourselves to actually not only become better people ourselves, but to become better for we can be a servant and make an impact in other people's lives. What do you think about that, Justin?
No, I think you just struck gold. And the problem is we're like kind of programmed to think that, right? Think about all the people that sit there and say, yo, when I get to 65, I'm going to retire and travel, right? And yet they don't even make it. Or by the time they do hit 65, they don't even have any money, man. I know a lot of elderly people that don't have any money to do the things that they wanted to do or that they were promised a long time ago, right? Or what about man, I just lost my train of thought. But okay, the people that win the lottery, right? They got that mentality. Once I hit big, it's over. Like, and you just said it best. You got to keep on growing because there is no stagnation in life. You're either growing or you're dying, and that's all that is to it. And once I started really letting that concept seep in, I was like, man, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There is no like end game. You don't just make $1 million and then you're just done, right? Like, I mean, do you know any billionaire right now just chilling on the islands all day, every day? They might go visit. I know Richard Branson bought an island, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying if that was the actual end all be all goal, why aren't all the new billionaires and all the multimillionaires just on the islands just chilling every day? No, they're not. They're waking up every day like they're broke. You know what I mean? Because they understand it's always continuously growing. And then like you said with your friend, once he built that up, now he's just getting into other things. That's all it is, and now you find other ways to make your money work for you. You know what I mean? I'm doing investments too, right? Everybody thinks like, all right, I'm just an affiliate marketer. Nah, man. I mean, like I'm investing too. I'm doing other things too, because I'm taking a little bit of my money to give back to charity, to pay my bills, to have a little fun, but also to invest to make my money work for me.
Yeah, that's what it is. The whole deal of it is, and you got to get something generate money. Then you become a serial entrepreneur, and you learn how to invest in other things, and you have other streams of income flowing in. Because that's what it's truly about. You know what I'm saying? It's about setting yourself up where you can have freedom. And all money is a freedom ticket. That's it. It gives you time where you can create them experiences, like Justin was saying. And I hope whoever looking at this, I hope you truly get it. That if you're in this home business space, man, or you're affiliated marketing, start taking yourself out the equation and start really caring about people and how you can make an impact in other people's lives and watch your life change. I mean, it took me a while to get to that point, but when I got to that point, the game changed. And if you're not following my friend Justin, you most definitely want to follow him. And if you want to learn how to, market and sell some products and stuff and make some real money, you most definitely want to follow him. And if you want to learn how to actually build a successful home business in the wellness industry, you most definitely want to hit me up in my messenger. No doubt about it, because I can show you step by step on how we can actually make 2022 the most amazing year you ever had in your life. And I don't even care, because I tell people all the time, I don't throw crazy numbers out there, man. I'm pretty sure extra $500 or $600 a month could change your life. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're a big thinker. Maybe you want to make an extra, $5,000 a month. I don't know. Maybe you've been in network marketing before and not had no success. What I've learned is, the first company I got involved in had a lot of success. Second company, I struggled for a while until I figured it out and I got around the right people, because everything rise and fall about leadership. Maybe you did some affiliated marketing before and tried to sell some stuff and it didn't work out for you. The reason why it didn't work out? You didn't have the right coach, the right person showing you what to do. But also a lot of times why stuff don't work out for people, because they're not teachable and coachable. You got to get a little uncomfortable. You got to, Justin saying, hey man, I can show you how to make $1,500 in a month or a week or whatever. You got to be teachable and coachable. As I'm saying, you say, hey, I want to make an extra $1,000 a month for me and my wife, and my kids can take better trips, or extra $500. You got to be teachable and coachable. Don't blame the industry if you're not being teachable and coachable around somebody that can truly show you how to do it, because that's what it's about. What's up, LT? Go ahead, brother. Two guys with great haircuts. Yeah, you got one too, brother. Go ahead. Let's close this thing out, Justin. What you gonna close it out with?
No, I mean, hey, I said, we've been saying it the whole time, man. Basically, just do it for the experiences, do it for you. Start today, and don't keep saying, oh, tomorrow. Like, seriously, start today. There's something you can do today to better yourself, better your life, better your health. I mean, even if right now it's dinner time and you say, hey, you know what? I think Justin and Troy are right. I think I'm just gonna make that one little switch and I'm gonna go for a salad today or something. I mean, like, you could start right now, right? I mean, you can do everything right now. So like, you can even start. You can make that phone call that you've been holding off, right? You can reach out. You can go sit there and kiss your spouse, right? You know what I mean? Go play with your kids. Do something today, because I promise you, those small choices each and every day. Don't look for the home run. Just look for that first base hit, and I promise you, man, you'll be knocking them out of the park if you keep on doing that. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, one day at a time, guys. That's all it is. One day at a time, man. I mean, you got to take it one day at a time. You got to cherish every freaking moment like it's your last moment. You got to really focus on making an impact in other people's lives. And you got to really focus on spending time with the people that love you, because tomorrow is not promised. We're going to wrap this up. And whoever looked at this, I hope it, made some kind of impact in your life. I hope it set you up to actually make 2022 your best year ever. I'll be back over here tomorrow with another guest. And with that, guys, God bless. And I actually will talk to you guys tomorrow.